This stuff is really creepy stuff, you know, and it's genuine King Diamond as you know it at its best. I guarantee that, you know. And see, what I would really like to do was go in and start the new Merciful Fate album in December, finish it off, you know, in January, and start the King Diamond, let's say 1st of February through March, you know, have both albums done by then. And then I would really like to see both bands release their albums on the same day.
Yeah, you have different people in each band, right?
Totally different lineups in both bands. Only me that's the same. Totally different lineups. And release the two albums on the same day, and then go out and tour both bands. Double headliner.
King Diamond show, you know, you'd hear both King Diamond and Merciful Fate. This time we'll hear all the Merciful Fate classics. So King Diamond will go second, because that's the more theatrical show. Yeah,
you would have to finish off, even though they would play the same amount of time.
Yeah.
You set up the King Diamond show is bigger, but you'll still have it covered off, and there should still be a place for the Merciful Fate show that is a little smaller with the screens and slides and whatever else is going to go up.
I know stuff's remarkable. It's fascinating.
But that's the Merciful Fate thing. Then you have a half-hour changeover where I will change the makeup over to
you wear the upside-down cross makeup.
I love that kind of stuff.
Over to the conspiracy, you know, over to the conspiracy makeup. Yeah. And then you go on with King Diamond, and the first thing you see once we go on is Grandma in the wheelchair.
Let me help you out of the chair. Let me touch you. Let me feel.
And then you go back in there. I'll kill her all for you. The mother will be there. You know, all the crazy stuff. I'll be burned in the coffin. All these things, you know. And when you do that as a finish of the night, you know, that's it. I'm burned. I'm gone.
You see him in the coffins, then they close all four sides, open up. Then there's a Burger King, but he keeps coming back from the dead. You're always coming back from the dead.
I've lived many lives.
Yeah.
I believe in that stuff, too.
Me and then whoever else is around. I never think about religion that way. I think religion is a very individual, personal thing, and nobody in here, all these people, you know, believe the same way in whatever we believe in anyway. You know, we're individuals, and we, because of that, have different thoughts, different feelings, different needs, you know, and you gotta respect that in people, you know. So I respect no matter what, if you're a Buddhist, Christian, Catholic, it doesn't fucking matter, you know. I don't judge people by religious beliefs. I never have. I have total respect. If somebody's happy, feel good about their life, believing in Christ, stick to it is all I can say. If you have good things come out of that, you should stick to it, man. We're talking belief here, and it's not a thing you can grasp and say, okay, look here, I have proof here of what I say is right. You know, we're talking about beliefs here, and these things we can't prove to each other anyway. We should all start judging each other by personalities. You know, if there's a guy that's nice, acting a nice guy, or a girl, you know, it's like, yeah, you can get along. You don't need to talk about religion, about, you know, it's so individual, those things, and it's actually a very private thing, you know. And I think that, imagine the world how it would be if we could judge each other by just personalities. Look at Bosnia, you know, they say it's not religious. It is so goddamn religious, you know, Ireland. We just have all this crap going on all the time because somebody believes in another thing. You're gonna burn in hell. These things, you know, oh gee, I'll see you in hell, man. You know, it just, I just don't believe in you know, that we should judge each other by that. I don't think it's important. It's important to the individual, but not when it comes to whether we can have a good time together at all. So.
You know, something I always want to know, you're the most a unique singer. There's no one that sounds like King Diamond. You're very original, a very individual vocalist, and this is probably something that's been asked to you in your early career, but who are your main influences as a vocalist?
Oh man, there's a lot of guys, you know. There's Robert Plant, there's Robert Halford, there's Ozzy Osbourne, Alice Cooper. There's a lot of guys I could mention. My all-time favorite vocalists, you know, these guys are all brilliant vocalists in my opinion, you know, and there's many more out there.
Right.
But as you can get it, it's the early 70s. I'm very inspired by, you know, but the guy that is dead now, but who used to sing for Uriah Heep, David Byron, that's my all-time favorite vocalist, all-time favorite, unbelievable guy.
Yeah, but I know, but you really just like developed an individual style.
Say, you know, I've been lucky in a lot of respects because, you know, I didn't even know what a falsetto voice was when I started singing. I was forced into singing. I was playing guitar back then. I played guitar for a couple of years, you know, and was forced into singing. And when we started doing some shows, and I got a little more control and did better and better. And here and there, a high voice slipped through, you know.
Yeah.
And it was a fan that came up to me one day after a show and said, "Man, you got to work on that falsetto, man. God, that sounded cool, man." It's like, what are you talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. Please, you know, explain. Yeah. And he's like, well, you do the high notes and all this stuff. Oh. Well, maybe I should, you know. And that's another thing I've talked to you about before too, you know. I really like to talk to our fans when the time is there, when it's possible, you know.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot from talking to the fans. They're the ones that buy the stuff out there, you know. They're the ones